Hello everyone and welcome to the Jigsaw Jamboard Strategy Board. I'm so happy that you all are here. Welcome. My name is Kaylee Bombard. I'm originally from Winfield, Louisiana, but however when I came to college I moved to Ruston, Louisiana to attend Louisiana Tech to get a degree in elementary education, grades 1 through 5, and special education. I will be graduating in May and I have already begun working towards my master's degree in curriculum and instruction. I have a love and passion for this field, and I firmly believe that this is where God needs me to be. I was born to be a teacher, and I surely cannot wait for the future to begin. Currently, I'm a resident at Ruston Elementary School. However, I have recently accepted my first teaching position as a third-grade ELA teacher at Simsboro School. When not teaching, I enjoy all things outdoors, especially being at the lake. I also enjoy reading and cooking. Again, welcome, and let's get started, and let's connect the pieces. Today I'm going to be talking about the Jigsaw strategy and how to incorporate that into a Jamboard to make it an effective strategy in the classroom. First, I wanted to talk about connecting the pieces, starting off with the Jigsaw strategy. All strategies in the education realm are very useful to teaching children. They are very effective in allowing students to create a deeper understanding of a material. So the Jigsaw strategy is very helpful. It asks a group of students to become experts on a specific topic pertaining to the concept and material, and then share that material with another group of students. So on the right, we can see how at the bottom, the students start out in either 4 to 6 groups, and they each research and find information about a specific topic. However, at the end, they are all connected together, as shown at the top, in one big puzzle piece that allows for the students to all have a bigger understanding of the concept as a whole. To make this strategy effective, the students should be placed into 4 to 6 different groups with various levels. You should have some high-level students and some lower-level students to create a group that is very engaging and that will be effective. So a brief overview of our strategy is the Jigsaw strategy helps students to take ownership of not only their own learning, but their peers' learning too. These students are responsible for learning fully and understanding a specific point of the content and being able to present to the rest of their peers so they have a deeper understanding as well. This allows for students to have a better opportunity to understand, but also to retain this information all while they are developing their collaboration skills. This tool has very many assets to a classroom. It also allows students to grow in their confidence. These students have to be able to form their ideas and with their group and then speak in front of all the rest of their peers to teach them their specific skill. Their peers are relying on them to relay the information that they have learned. It requires their determination and knowledge of a specific skill for all students to be able to fully understand. While researching this strategy, I have found numerous articles and studies that prove this strategy to be effective in the classroom at all grade levels. It can be used from kindergarten all the way to college-level classrooms. This strategy gets kids engaged, and it also allows them to have critical thinking skills while developing their ideas about a certain topic. While researching, I found that studies prove that this strategy is proven to be successful for these critical thinking types of questions and development of communication skills. Most importantly, the studies have proved that it allows for stress and tension of learning to be released. The students are not just sitting and listening to a lecture, being required to retain all the knowledge on their own from a teacher. They are being forced to make themselves learn, to make their peers learn, to make themselves have a deep understanding of the content. Overall, the results of these studies have proved that the use of the Jigsaw strategy motivates these students. It makes them want to learn. It creates an environment of learning so that they can contribute to everyone's learning processes. The study proved that the Jigsaw technique is valuable and effective in education in increasing student motivation to learn and increasing their comprehension levels. All studies that I have researched have proven that test scores from beginning of the strategy have certainly increased by the end of the strategy. Now you wonder, how can Jamboard be incorporated into the Jigsaw strategy? Well, any tech tool should be implemented into a strategy to allow for a more diverse and engaging experience. So you may ask, what is Jamboard? Well, Jamboard is a Google tool that allows for students to be able to access a whiteboard on any tablet or Chromebook, any device. Students or teachers can create these, share them, and they can all collaborate them together at the same time synchronously. Collaborators are able to add images from their device, in-app searches, drawings, text, and stickers. So, how do we use it with Jigsaw? Well, using Jigsaw with the Jamboard is beneficial as it allows for all students to add their information in the group on the same board at the same time. This allows for all students to be engaged, not just one child or adult adding their information at a single time, so it takes away from one student or adult to be performing the entire project. It also offers many tools for these students to learn from or choose from. So they can edit, they can write, they can draw, they can do so many things with this board. This will allow for a presentation at the end of the Jigsaw to be full course. It will allow for the students to create a presentation and present it to the class all at the same time. The Jamboard not only allows for one group to work on the same slides, but it allows for all of the groups in one classroom to be able to work on the same exact Jamboard at the same exact time. This allows for the entire final product to be in one area. All 4 to 6 groups can work on the same set that will allow for all of the information to be included in one single Jamboard. So let's learn how to use Jamboard. If you click on this link in my tab, it comes straight to Jamboard. To create a new Jamboard, all you do is come down here to the plus button, and you can log into this with any Google email address. The teachers are able to share with their students with a single Jamboard. So you go down to the plus and hit New Jam. This is how we create a Jamboard. You can title the Jamboard, so if the students are talking about maybe the Industrial Revolution, you can name it the Industrial Revolution. Okay, and then it saves the name up there for all students. Then you can go and you can add more slides. Let's have 4 groups. Okay, so you just hit the blue plus to add more boards. Now this gives each individual group a slide to work on. The students have all of these tools on the side. Here's a pen tool where they are able to draw with their cursor. They are able to highlight, and they are able to write anything that they desire for their certain particular content. If the students do not like their frame, they can clear the entire thing, or they can erase with the erase tool. To clear the entire frame, the students just go to the button where it says Clear Frame, and it will clear the entire board. If I were teaching, I would label each group's board with their group number so they know exactly which board they should be working on. So here would be group 1, and then they can use the text tool, group 2. And so now each group knows exactly what board they should be working on, and so they don't change and edit the other students' work. And then group 4. Okay, so then the students can also add sticky notes. This can help the students to organize their ideas or to just point out important information. So if the student said that the Industrial Revolution allowed for new tools in the US. The students can type this and save it, so then each student can create these sticky notes so they can all add their information. Next, the students can add images. They can go through Google Images or Google's images that they have on their Google Drive. They can type in and search through any time period or anything that they would like. They can add images. We just press insert, and they can create images to explain their strategy or their work to their peers. They can also add shapes to point out important information. Also, as they are teaching, they can have a laser so they can show and hint and show exactly where they want their peers to be focusing on. So how do we allow all of our students to access this? All you must do is press the share button up here, and you can add in all of the students' emails, and they can all be able to access the Jamboard. The students will have access to all of the tools once they open up and click on the link that was sent to them. They can scroll through and see the progress of their fellow peers and maybe even gain new information to add to their slides as well. The students also have the option to set their background to make it personalized to their own group. They can choose any background for the slides, and it will adhere to just their singular slide. Then the next group will be able to choose their own. All students in all groups will be able to work on their particular slide or their particular board and create an informational deck that will allow them to teach their peers later on. How will they teach their peers? Easily. This board can be presented on the Promethean board, a smart board in front of everyone, and each individual student can be assigned a speaking part so they have a certain point that they have to get across to their peers. The Jamboard coincides perfectly with the Jigsaw strategy, as it allows for each group to become experts of their particular content area and put it all into one thing to where they are able to share with their peers. This is just a way where they can easily collaborate and put all of their ideas together and then be able to present to their peers. This tool also allows for students to have their own autonomy as they are able to collect and select their own colors, they're able to select their own background and make their presentation as they would and allow them to allow and enter their own personality into their strategy. Alright, so far we have learned exactly how to use Jamboard, how to share it with our students, and how they are able to present with their peers. So Jamboard and Jigsaw coincide very well together, and they allow our students to connect the pieces and create a final product that will allow for our peers and all of our students to have a deeper understanding. It is also very easy to use. The students have all access to all tools, and they are able to perform them very easily, all from their tablet or Chromebook. So what are some how-to tips and examples? We should create groups, as I said, with various learning levels. We should not put all of our lower students in one group and not all of our higher students in one group. We should create a diverse groups to allow for our students to all be able to retain and to apply their own knowledge. We should also give set times. We should give them set times to do their research and to get all of their ideas in the same bubble. Then we should also give them a set time and set a timer on the board to where our students know it is time now to create your Jamboard, as they can also do it as they work, but it will be even better if you give them a set time to where they know that it is time to create their Jamboard so their final product can be presented at a certain time. We should also aggressively monitor our students. We don't want our students to be presenting information that is false. We want all of our students to be able to gain a deep understanding of the correct material. We don't want our students to be saying that SpongeBob was in the Industrial Revolution, because he surely was not. So we need to be aggressively monitoring to make sure that all of our students are presenting their peers with information that is factual and with information that will help them to create a deep understanding of the content that is being presented. We should also make it a class discussion. We should allow for, when our students are presenting, for there to be questions, for there to be comments, for all of our students to fully get a great experience from the strategy and the Jamboard. If we do the Jamboard and the Jigsaw on material that is meaningful, our students will have a bigger motivation and a deeper understanding of what they are doing and why they are doing it. our students are always looking for, why am I learning this, Miss Bombard? Why do I have to do it? Well, if we tell them that, hey, you will be tested on this and you will need to know this for future items and future lessons, then they will have a greater motivation and determination in creating a product that will benefit themselves, but also their fellow students. And if we tell them, hey, your final product will be presented with your peers, then they will have a higher motivation to create work that they are proud of. In ending, I just want us all to understand that teaching strategies are vital in any and all classroom settings. These strategies allow for teachers to implement methods, techniques, procedures, and processes into their everyday instruction. The Jigsaw is unique as it allows for students, again, to take ownership of their learning. The students are broken into groups, and then they learn about a certain topic pertaining to the overall concepts. They are the puzzle pieces, and their final product is the completed puzzle. Just like a jigsaw puzzle would be, we are connecting the pieces as our students are learning on their own and then sharing as a group. Thank you all for tuning in. I hope you learned so much helpful information. If you have any questions, please reach out. I hope to see you next time, and I urge you to test out this strategy and this tech tool as they both coincide perfectly to create a very educational and engaging instructional time period. Thank y'all. Y'all have a great